So I'm going to read the Facebook post and then I'll talk on certain parts of it, because obviously I didn't want it to get too long, and it was long, and I didn't think anybody would even read it, but I was actually overwhelmingly surprised that the people who did read it and responded to it. And I'll read the post. I was always taught that if I went to school and made good grades, I would be successful in life. This was taught through an experience and a reality of lack. I grew up in the projects, Robert Taylor Homes on 49th and State Street, from a single parent home that was unfortunately, but fortunately, a low income home. Fortunate in the sense that because of the circumstances I grew up in, it made me strive for more out of life. I was blessed through the love and support of my family to have not become a product of my community. I'm sure many of us have similar stories. I didn't go to my neighborhood high school. I attended a high school in a different school district, although it's still a public school of Chicago. I went away to college at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and continued my graduate studies at the University of Illinois Chicago to finally achieve my PharmD. Fortunate to serve and learn from the corporate pharmacy industry for the last 17 years until March of this year, when that time came to an end. Bittersweet it was, and I cherish the friendships made during that season of my life. I learned a lot about corporate life and privilege on that road. During my time immersed in corporate life, retail pharmacy, and systemic racial discrimination, it led me to my newest career for the past 8 years now in total, where I obtained my second doctorate degree in naturopathy. Desiring to make my own schedule, achieve financial independence, and make a difference in patient care, I took a leap of faith in the preventative medicine industry. I cherish the friendships and the people I've met in the world of naturopathy as well. The experiences in naturopathy taught me more lessons, and lessons specifically about politics, as I had a few barriers when I was trying to practice as a private practitioner, like many of us do even to this day. However, myself, like many other Black students, avoid political science in college studies, and it's not just physics that we tend to run away from. Lots of accomplishments and success from this little Black girl from the projects of the South Side of Chicago. I wouldn't trade any of those experiences for the world. It's shaped the woman before you all today. The experiences have led me to the people that I'm excited to make a difference in this world with now, and especially for Black progress. I'm happy to have met the newcomers, and I hope to bring old friends along for the ride. I'm humbled and at peace enough to know everyone won't come along, and that is their right. Back when I got to a place where most people thought she arrived, life came in and threw a few curveballs. Curveballs that affected my income, my ability to earn more income, and my ability to really go back and help those less fortunate than me, but similar to that little girl from the hood. My neighborhood isn't here anymore. History has always shown that land that seems to be inhabited by Blacks or people of color, or even promised to us with the mule, is often taken away from us, and or we are moved off that land. But there are still enough struggling neighborhoods in Chicago to go back and to assist, and that is why I volunteer in those neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods are the only ones left to develop. That's another reason, besides naturopathy, that I have gotten empowered politically. The activist inside me has come back out. I may have had to mute that activist to play along with the powers that be and be able to climb in my socioeconomic status and education. Now that the revolutionary activist is back, it doesn't come with a pension plan. So it should be approached more strategically, in my opinion, for real change for people of color. And most of us out here fighting for the people are doing so at our own expense. Life happening to me adversely affected my income, and the systemic discrimination and racism doesn't make it better. I can't tell you how many job application denials are in my email inbox as of today. Needless to say, of all the other things to follow, like a domino effect, when it came to my personal finances, business capabilities, credit worthiness, etc., I was so embarrassed to have reached the heights I did in my life just to get to a place where I wasn't able to provide for myself or my first surviving child. I've had 5 pregnancies and 1 living child. Not to mention while simultaneously going through a very expensive and ugly divorce this past February. So, my little debt to income ratio had skyrocketed and depression settled in on me. I wasn't motivated to do anything. I even stopped practicing medicine. And I'm sure my patients have been wondering what happened to her. Why did she just fall off the radar? But life happens. It happens to all of us. I'm happy to be in a place of renewed faith, especially in myself. I'm motivated again, and I got a chance to touch on this opportunity with most of you because I'm so excited about it. My purpose for the advancement of Black people isn't just perpetuating handouts and has crippled most of us, but offering real opportunity for us to make moves together.